Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. All the products I use you can purchase from Stampin' Up! Through me at the address above, and it's also linked below. My project today is, I think it's cute. It's a jelly bean box that measures 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 1 1/2, not including the top here. And it opens. You could just put a Velcro dot here and tack a bow on the front if you don't want to go through tying a bow for someone who wants to open it. But it opens like that, and inside is a pack of jelly beans. So these are just regular I think they're the small jelly beans, and I just put them in a 3x5 lip and tape bag, which I got a whole bunch from Amazon, to put all my treats and things and wrap things. But that's how it goes together. I used Hey Birthday Chick for the little chick guy on the front. This is available. Hey Chick is not available, but I used You're a Good Egg from it because I didn't have a Happy Easter that was small enough. So you could put whatever of the old sets you have, whatever you want. Happy Spring, Happy Easter, whatever you like. But I had to use You're a Good Egg from Hey Chick. I also used the Birthday Chick dies for the little guy to cut him out, and for all the little jelly bean eggs all around. Okay, and what we need for this box is a piece of Saffron Cardstock that is 10 by 8 1/4. We need a small piece of basic white for stamping. We need, this label is from the Messages die. It's the really big one. You can use whatever fits. But this is out of polished pink. And I used from the Fresh Freezer from the Subtles 21 to 23 in color DSP. We need 4 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 1 1/4. And 2 pieces that are 2 1/2 by 1 1/8. Alrighty. And then we need some eggs. We need 4 from polished pink, 4 from Saffron, and 4 from Highland Heather. Alrighty. That's what we need. So let's do our scoring first. I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we're going to start on the 10-inch side. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with the 10-inch side, and we're going to score at 3/4, 2 1/8, 3 5/8, 6 3/8, 7 7/8, and 9 1/4. Okay, that's just so that I can get this to match up nicely. That's why there's eighths in there. Right, and then I'm going to turn it to the 8 1/4 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4, 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 7. All right. Now, there's a lot of pieces, but it's really not too hard when you break it down. So I'm going to fold and burnish. The only thing that I'm going to just fold back the other way slightly is these 2 pieces at the end when it's in portrait, not portrait, when it's in landscape horizontal side. All right, so I won't fold and burnish these because they're this top piece here. All right, and all the rest I'm going to fold and burnish. Now, remember, your 2, let's see, I think they're 3/4 inch. You have 2 3/4 inch strips on the long side, okay? That's how it's resting. And this is what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to start on the lower left, and what we're going to do is count over 2 score lines and cut up 2 score lines. Okay, and then just take these 4 pieces off. There's 1 square and 3 rectangles. And we are going to end up doing that in every corner. Okay. All right, now we're going to move to the next score line and cut up 2 score lines. Okay, then we're going to get rid of this bottom piece and wedge both sides of this square. Okay, so now we're going to go to the other side of these 2 rectangles and cut it straight to the second score line, or we're just leaving these alone. All right, now we have a rectangle, square and a rectangle. I'm going to go to the next score line here and cut up 2. Get rid of the bottom piece. And then wedge the square on both sides. Okay. All right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 pieces we're going to take right off. Okay, so all we're going to do on the other side is the same thing. So turn it 180, go over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4 we're going to get rid of. So go over to the second score line and cut up to the second score line, and then just take this all off. Okay, so now this piece here is this piece of the box, the fold over. All right. Okay, so go to the other side of these 2 pieces and cut up to the second score line. Get rid of the bottom piece and wedge this square. Okay. All right, we're going to leave these 2 rectangles alone. Go to the next score line, cut up to the second, skip these 2. Go to the other side and cut up to the second, get rid of the bottom piece, and then wedge this square. All right, and then we're just going to get rid of these 4 pieces. So turn it, go up to the second score line, and cut it to the second score line. All right, and that's what your cardstock should look like after you've scored it and cut it. All right, now we're going to bring in the detail trio punch, and we're going to round on the long end. These are going to be our flaps up here. So on these shorter rectangles of all of them, that's where we're going to round both corners of with the detail trio punch or your corner rounder. And that's what it looks like after all the cutting, including the corner rounding. All right, now we're going to put tear and tape on all 4 of these tabs. And I'm going to put 1 close to the edge, close to the score line, sorry, and 1 close to the edge all around. All right. Okay, and I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, and what we're going to be doing, I'm going to take the backings off of one side. Okay, and we're going to take now our skinniest rectangles are on the outside here. I'm going to take this score line that's on the tab and attach it to the first of these 2 rectangles. All right, so this one right here with this. And that will make our square bottom, the square base of the box. Right, and then to the other side, score line to the, I guess you could say the bottom one when it's standing up. Right, and these are just our side tabs. they keep the tops from pushing in. All right, now we'll do the other side. All right, and then we're just going to take the score line on the tab and attach it to the side of this rectangle here. Okay, and then these larger side pieces go in, and that's the top. Okay, kind of like a squished milk carton. All right. Now, let's put our DSP on, and we need, for the outsides here, we need 4 that are 2.5 by 1 1/4. And I'm going to use liquid glue. Okay, and then we need 2 pieces that are 2.5 by 1 1/8, and they're going to go on the top parts like this. Okay, now we're going to put our little bag of jelly beans in and close it. All right, and I want you to hold the top so that they're even, okay? And then just come in with your hole punch and punch 2 holes wherever you think is good. I did about 3/4 of an inch in on each side. And then I'm going to take some polished pink open weave ribbon and decide which side came out the best that you would like. This one's good. Okay, to be the front. And then you're going to poke it through the back and then through to the front, and then just tie a small bow. Well, if you want a large one, you could do that too, but I don't want to cover up too much of my cute chick. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. We need our basic white piece and our label from the Messages die out of polished pink, and we need some tuxedo black ink. First I'll do the chick, and I hope that these are they carry over, because I really love those. But I will keep them. I won't be getting rid of any of these. I love them. All right, and then You're a Good Egg. This one is from Hey Chick. Okay, I have this one. It's similar. It's just a little rounded. Because when I do that die, there's a full sheet of tags. I just do the whole sheet and then I save them. So I'm going to put it towards the right side. There we go. Okay, now I already cut out the little chick using the birthday chick dies ahead of time. So that's the one we're going to color. All right, so we need a few Stampin' Blends. Okay, first we're going to do the egg, and what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this color lifter and I'm just going to put a little bit of color lifter right in the middle, and then I'm going to take light smoky slate and I'm just going to color over that spot. I need to use the other side. Okay, and it should lighten it up a little bit, but sometimes I do have to go over it a little bit more. I'm just going to go from almost to the edges with the color lifter. Now, everybody might have a different way of getting it to lighten up, but I wanted something a little bit lighter than the light smoky slate, so I figured I'd use light. and then just kind of color lift the middle up. Okay, then for the chick I use light So Saffron. Okay, for the beak I used light pumpkin pie. And for the feet I used dark pumpkin pie. Okay, and then for the hat I used polished pink on the bottom, stripe, light fresh freesia on the second one, and light So Saffron on that tiny little piece at the top. Okay, now we have our chick done. And let's do the sides first. All right, I'm going to use my silicone mat and my take your pick tool. I'm going to get all my eggs. And I started with a pink one on the front, and I did pink, yellow, and purple. All right, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right there. And I'm just going to grab one, just put a little bit of glue on it. Oops, that one's getting a lot. And then just kind of wipe it off on the mat. And I just kind of put them in different directions. Now the yellow one. And I put the little dots on the eggs up. And you can just do this by hand, but I tend to get very sticky, which I'm getting anyway, but I tend to really get sticky hands, and they stick to my hands a lot. Okay. I'll flip it over, and I'm going to do this 3 more times. Okay, and now they're all on. Now you don't have to do them on all sides if you don't want to. Take that much time. All right, now, okay, this one, how did I do this? Okay, first I think I did this before I put the ribbon. I put the label down flat, about, I'd say, a 1/4 inch. Let's see, maybe that's 1/8. Nope, about a 1/4 inch from the right side. Okay, and then I just got a dimensional. And actually, can I squeeze 2? Maybe I'll put 1 mini. Take the backings off. And then I'm just going to put him over the end of the sentiment with this one leg up. Okay, so then I'm going to add some Wink of Stella glitter to the eggs. Well, actually not to the eggs, to the egg of the chick. You could do it to all the eggs, but that's a lot of work too. I'm just going to do it to the 2 parts of his egg, or her. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to add some Rhinestone Basic Jewels around on the sentiment, and I'm going to put 1 up on the right corner, 1 down under the egg word, and kind of one up by the chick's hand. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching my channel today. I appreciate it. I am going to be having a giveaway for my 3,000 subscribers pretty soon. I'll have a couple of different ones of some Stampin' Up! Products and some promotional items. And if you want to be eligible when I start showing you the prizes, you just have to be subscribed and leave a comment telling me you're subscribed. All right, thank you so much. The measurements are linked below on my blog, and the place to order, and my email if you have any questions. So have a great day, and I will see you next time if you didn't see the front there. All righty, bye.